Work. Um, uh, yeah, I sat and saw some stuff on the news how they canceled the air show thing in El Paso. That every time I'd hear it, I go, oh, I do crazy, stupid thing, violent displays of you, and then they canceled it because of economics. But economics isn't real. If you're gonna cancel it, stand up for the Lord's Prayer. If you can't do that, life's eternal and grace is infinite. A man of trust, honor, and character really can't use you so children can be safe from perversion. So there's not much I can do with you or for you or with you, to you, for you. So when you get right down to it. So yeah, you need to tell people exactly what the fuck is going on and what the fuck they're doing and why they shouldn't be fucking doing it. If you don't have the courage and the kindness to get up and speak truthfully and faithfully and try your best to live truthfully and faithfully because you know it's right, then you're just being a waste of the glory of the gift of the glory of grace. You really are. And it's disgusting, you know, to hear people, talk and you sit there and go, it's the Lord's Prayer. Okay, it's perfect, you stupid fucking cow. Stand up for it or shut the fuck up. All right, well, you have a nice, uh, whatever. I don't know what to say. I'm trying to be polite. Oh, my parents raised me that way. It took me a long time. I remember that one gentleman in Sierra Vista with the sidearm and this. You remember how you said your dad used to have to beat your sisters, and okay, not everybody's like you, kid. And he called me Earl, and I'm like, it didn't even occur to me. I was just having such a casual conversation. And he was such a nice guy. I'm like sitting there going, wait a minute, that guy. Okay. Not only has he seen my videos, he's seen a lot more. He must have friends at Fort Huachuca. But and then Terrence, it's the sword, not the wet noodle, Ralph. If I'm being an asshole, I want somebody to kick my ass. I'm like, I don't know. I've never been an asshole. So just, you know what I mean? I'm the Spirit of Adam, Moses, David, Jesus, John. Yeah, so hero, devil, come kick my ass. I'm an asshole. It doesn't work that way. So the Lord has to come. I love you, smack. And so I happen to be the Lord, and you get that. It's hard because it's hard to explain to Dad about Jesus because Jesus is an omniscient God to my dad. So I can't go over there and talk logically. No, Jesus is the human being that gave us faith in omniscient God. Okay. And you can't, because he'll look at you like, so you have to like do verbal acrobatics. Well, here's it's perfect. And it's too hard to talk about. So you just kind of just go, okay, I'll just keep it to myself. When you really, I care, it's weird because I care about everybody, but some people, they're selfish, and selfish that makes them apathetic to other people. And so it's hard to, they're getting what they deserve because life's eternal and grace is infinite, and we are what we do. We're judged by our deed there. So it's hard to sit there and go, okay. So this technology, okay. And I'm sitting there watching this stuff, and cruises, they're going to have this one center and this other center and all these technological centers and become this technological center. So, well, maybe they need it to get to work on it real fast. If you need it to, isolate, contain, and stop and eliminate abuse, don't vote on it. Just start building and get it done. Get her done. Got her dead. Okay. The sooner children are living the Lord's Prayer, the better, right? Look at your children and say, I have to build this building so Parsons can use it to stop me from abusing people with money and technology. Let's get to work, right? Okay. I love my kids. Yeah, just, subconscious recognition. I'm in your head. I'm moving you around the room. You want to get this done. You want to save children from your ego. Move. I don't know. I can't tell you. I'm not insane. I have no idea what insane people are doing. What are they doing? I have no idea. Why are you asking me? I'm living embodiment of the Lord's Prayer. Why are these people killing each other? And they always ask, and they ask Jesus, okay, why are you asking Jesus why people are killing each other over money? When the man said, forgive debt and trespass, love one, eternal, faithful peace. Why have you forsaken me? Forgive them, Father, for they know. Why do you guys ask? We don't want to go to Gilbert Ellis Sullivan. Have you ever read the Bible there? What about Dudley Moore and the other fellow that made the Bedazzled movie? Have you read the Bible there? Okay, are you smart enough to understand that it was written down by the people that murdered him and then felt guilty about it and then tried to turn him into a war god because they could send their brain chemical addiction? I don't think so. I don't know. And so you think of all these high potential shows and shit like that they've figured out that. But it's like, no. It's like it's not that hard. I understand though, but I mean, if I constantly studied it, I'd be able to sit there and tell you, even if I wasn't, I can't say that. As a case, if I wasn't a participant, maybe not. Okay. If it wasn't a past, present, future, a connection to the eternal spirit of me, I may not be able to. I never thought about that. Thanks. Who do I think for that one? Gronkowski or Lopez? Both? Okay, both. Thanks, Rob. Thanks, JD. Thanks. Okay. Tell Max and Emmy I said, hey, that's who I'm going to think the most. Those kids make a lot more sense than those other two adults. Oh, yeah, I do. Have you ever talked to them in prayer? It's a lot more fun talking to Max and Emmy than it is talking to the grown-ups, the grups. Remember that from Star Trek? The grups. I don't want to grup. You don't grup. Don't grup. Don't do it. Max, just forever young. But no, you know what I mean? Here, in the noggin there, son. Okay? Not sit there and, don't, grow old. It's fun. Throw footballs with Roger Staubach and Drew Pearson there. Okay? So catch the footballs there. It's fun, right? But no, their football is fun. It is. When you get hurt, that's why we have to coach and say, hey, this is a celebration of testosterone, not raping, looting, pillaging. Okay, this is celebrating the gracious good shepherd, and that we don't kill over what we want. Don't you understand what I'm saying? Okay, so, and when those guys, someone's faster than you, don't try to hurt them. Just sit there and go, wow, he's really good. Okay, someone's stronger than you, say, you're a big fat beanie, you hurt me, you put me down, I hit my head on the ground, I got a concussion. You big mean Samoan meanie. No, just kidding. That's all I knew. No, he didn't knock me down, it just hurt. But after the first couple of times, I was like, fuck it. If that, but you get mad because, like, this is the only way they can beat me is a fucking moving pick. Yeah. Things haven't changed much since my college days at the parks in Scottsdale. Yeah. Wow. No, they haven't changed much at all. When people are biologically conditioned and trained to be bullies, to fight over what they want and see it as success, brain injury. It's bad, And there's a reason why there are certain people throughout time and history that have molecular structures throughout time and history. They're a consistent spirit that correct all the bad behavior, and people pray to them as the source of, because of one source, of course. Money's not real. Shut up, please. I love you. Okay, stop talking. Stop talking. I have to tell people that all the time. You do know the scientists in this community would gladly have you be killed. So that's how they are. It's like a game to them. Oh, fuck, it is a game to them. Okay. But games, if it's to help us, understand, okay, well, that's a snake. You got to score red on yellow, kill a fella, red on the black, friend of Jack, if you have games that help you learn, so you respect nature, respect others, and then, respect yourself and go around cussing women you don't know. I'm the spirit of Jesus. I can cuss in front of anybody I damn well fucking please. Thank you very much. Bob Staples just, hey, write another song for money or shut the fuck up. Okay, okay. Both? No, don't write another song for money. That's lying to the races. Look, if you're ready, no political domination, no national disasters, no, there won't be disasters. So no, disasters are when we're not prepared for what's happening and we don't do anything to prepare to take care of people. You build those concrete structures like that young Japanese man said in places where they have typhoons and tidal waves and stuff like that. You're prepared. 27 years ago, it sun put a spell on me. I'm prepared, be prepared. Yeah, I was thinking of Robert because I was watching the Niners. So I was thinking of Robert Nate Nice. a big Niners fan. They think of my Susie Bear because Susie really liked Roberto. Well, he's a good kid. He's very charming, very kind, and very protecting of people getting bullied, you know. And they're not sex offenders. They're kids that were young and tried to deal with sexuality with a bunch of perverts. That's what happened. Okay. He was in foster care and he had a sexual encounter with his foster sister and then felt bad about it and because he thought like he betrayed them. And then he tried to commit suicide. So they had him institutionalized. And Katie told him, no, we were just two kids that were, is his sister Katie nice? She said, you know, it was just two kids that were just, you know, were attracted to each other. And Stuart and the mom felt bad about it and they took him back into their lives. Yeah, Stuart Nice, a good guy. Yeah, he was National Guard. Curtis and Adams, Graham, Zeb Zauer, what was the guy's name? Darnell. Remember Darnell? He's probably not with us anymore because he was older. But he had that. He was always AOL. Tennessee, the big Winnebago with the white with the big T on it. Where's he going? He was so excited because we were in Fayetteville. And Fayetteville was a hellified a lot closer to most of the places that the Vols were playing than Knoxville, right? So it wasn't that far of a drive from Knoxville. So it was perfectly centered, okay? You could go to Atlanta. You go down to, it was quicker to get to Florida. It was quicker to get to Atlanta. It was quicker to get to, you know, wherever they were playing. So I said, Darnell's going, they would take some of the guys too. They would go from, you're going to go with them? I can't. I got to, you know, I mean, okay. Stephanie would have been really pissed at me. What are you doing? Go Vols! Dad's from Tennessee. Right? It was funny. He was always AOL every weekend. They always arranged it somehow. You know, the guys, okay, and Darnell was gone. Most of us couldn't go unless we had the day off, you know. But it was funny. But yeah, he would take everybody and anybody. Tailgating and go Vols. Two people, strangers went up on Rocky Top, you know, looking for a moon sign still. Strangers ain't come down from Rocky Top, reckon they never will. Rocky Top, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top. T. Martin. Yeah, that was the name of the quarterback when they won the national title after Peyton Manning left. Right? T. Martin? Remember T. Martin? Handsome kid. Real good athlete. Good quarterback. Good college quarterback. He probably could have played in the pros. Did he play in Canada or anything like that? I think he played in the pros for a while. Maybe just wasn't real competitive, but he sure did like that fight song. I remember him singing it at the top of his lungs. Well, they won the national championship and he was the quarterback. So, you know, he's always got a free meal at a restaurant or a free room at a hotel there. It's like, no, man, just share care, giving coins to need, built to last. And then the family will say, hey, come on over. Let's celebrate living the Lord's Prayer. Then maybe we'll enjoy some football. No, we will enjoy football because we'll be living the Lord's Prayer. There you go. Oh, what about basketball? Of course, basketball is so wonderful. Okay, it's fun. Just don't hurt each other. Okay, I'll talk to you all tomorrow. If you can handle it. If you can't handle it, your taxpayer dollars will censor me and keep me anonymous and have everybody here locally think that guy's got an eco problem. You've got money and technology to mass murder people to get them to submit to your ego. And I've got an ego problem? Yeah, I guess I do. When you look at it that way, I guess I do. Okay, peace.